How's it going, guys? It's Nathan from Nathan's DIY Garage, and today we're going to be trying to get some projects finished up. We are going to put the spindle on the rear CV axle back in this BMW E46. Okay, so here's where we're at. We have the old spindle, which I couldn't get out. We're going to set it to the side. We have our new one without the shaft in it. This is the piece of the shaft that's cut off the old one. Then we have our new / eBay used good CV axle. So basically we're gonna have to go in here. Putting this back in is pretty easy. Of course, you have the 2 bolts, or actually, yeah, 3 bolts that bolt it to the subframe itself. Then you have the bolt in the lower, the bolt in the upper, and the shock. That's pretty much it. Then you just put your ABS sensor in. This one has a brake pad sensor that goes back in the pad. And the only real pain in the ass on this is going to be that emergency brake deal. We might just go ahead and put it back together without that for right now to verify that this bearing is good. We still don't know if this new bearing is good. We'll get some gloves on and try to turn it and make sure. The ball joint, and the upper's pretty loose. I don't know. It's about like that one. It should be okay. But we need to do that because we don't want to take that brake off and on. The brake is a pain in the ass. The e-brake part of it is a pain in the ass to do. It's like a little drum with pads kind of on the inside of the rotor. So we might just go ahead and do that. I don't know. We'll have to take our flapper sand disc on our grinder and we'll have to clean that disc off both sides. And yeah, so that's it, guys. We might go ahead and put on a time lapse and just get her done and knock it out. Okay, so what we done here, we went ahead and just installed the CV axle, and you can see maybe has a row of nuts going around the back of it, like you can see on this one. We just put all the bolts in, took the little, has like these little double bolt washer things, little spacers, to put those on there. And at this point in time, we're going to want to go ahead and clean up the CV axle. It's a little bit dirty. We'll take a rag, wipe it all off. We'll probably put something, maybe a little grease, maybe, I don't know, a little something on the splines there, so the next guy that has to change this doesn't have the issue where it's not seized in. So once we get that cleaned up, we're just going to go ahead and basically bolt this guy here back in the car. Okay, so of course when you buy stuff off of eBay, something's always broken. This is supposed to be totally good bearing. And I'm going to see if I can show you this. Hold it real still. If I can hold it real still, it's kind of awkward and heavy. Look at the play in that bearing. So that's not going to work. Luckily we have a good bearing. We're going to have to press this bearing out before we can put this damn thing in and put the new bearing in it and then install it, and hopefully everything else is right. This thing has a different part number. It still says E46 4-door on it. It looks the same. I don't really want to have to put a new bearing in this just in case something's not quite right. But that's the way it is. When you get stuff used, you just never know. And on these cars, the only option for stuff like this is used. There is no option for new.